Let me tell you about a friend of mine. Let's call her Sarah. Her home looks like it's been staged for a magazine shoot. Her kids' birthday parties are legendary handmade decorations, a perfectly tiered organic gluten-free cake. At work, she's the first one in and the last one out. Her projects always delivered ahead of schedule and flawlessly executed. To the outside world, she is the epitome of success, a perfect mother, a perfect friend, a perfect professional. But if you were to sit with her late at night, after the house is quiet and the day's armor is finally set aside, you would hear a different story. You would hear the story of exhaustion. She's drowning in a sea of never-ending to-do lists and impossibly high expectations. Let's just pause here for a moment. Take a deep breath. As you read about Sarah, did anything resonate? Did a little part of you nod in recognition? Maybe your version of perfectionism doesn't look like Pinterest perfect parties. Maybe it shows up in other ways. Perhaps it's the need to be the perfect, always available friend, the one who never says no, even when you're running on empty, or the pressure to have all the right answers at work. It might even be the quiet, internal demand to have the perfect body, the perfect diet, the perfect spiritual practice. Perfectionism wears a million different masks, but it always whispers the same toxic message. You are not enough as you are. It's that feeling of having to constantly prove your worth. If you answered yes to any of this, know one thing: you are not alone. So many of us carry this heavy weight on our shoulders. So I invite you to have a mirror moment right now. Look at your own life with gentle, compassionate eyes. Here's the thing we need to get really clear on. Perfection is an illusion. It's a myth. It does not exist in the human experience. It is a deeply seductive lie, a beautifully packaged lie our culture sells us day in and day out. It's a finish line that keeps moving away. We are not meant to be flawless robots. We are meant to be real, messy, gloriously unique human beings. Our imperfections are not our inadequacies. They are what make us human. Our cracks are what let the light in. They are the entry points for connection, empathy, compassion, love. When we try to airbrush our lives, we rob ourselves of the things that make us relatable and lovable. Embracing our imperfections is an act of rebellion. It's a courageous stand for our humanity. It's about choosing authenticity over approval. We are a beautiful, chaotic mix of strength and struggle, wisdom and mistakes, grace and grit. That is the design. Perfectionism is the ultimate joy thief. It's a silent, insidious force that creeps into our lives and systematically dismantles our capacity for happiness. When we are caught in the trap of chasing perfection, we are not truly living. We are performing. Life becomes a tightrope walk where the fear of falling is so overwhelming that we can't enjoy the view. We miss the beauty of the present moment. Were your moments of pure joy perfect order and control, or messy, spontaneous, unscripted? Joy is often found in the belly laugh that makes you snort. When we believe we must be perfect, we are less likely to be vulnerable. We don't ask for help. We stand in a crowded room and feel utterly alone. True connection is forged in the shared soil of our imperfections. We trade authenticity for approval, vulnerability for certainty, and we end up with a life that looks good on the outside but feels empty inside. Letting go of the need to be perfect is not about giving up. It is about waking up. It's about choosing to reclaim your joy and connection. Letting go of perfection, it's actually an act of profound courage. It's the conscious choice to show up and be seen even when we can't control the outcome. It means trading our heavy shield for a vulnerable, open heart. When we stop pouring energy into managing perception and start investing in genuine connection, something magical happens. We create space for authenticity to take root. It's the freedom to be messy, to make mistakes, and to learn and grow from them. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's our most accurate measure of courage. This journey toward authenticity is a practice. It's a daily, sometimes hourly, choice. It leads not to perfect life, but to a life filled with courage, connection, and a deep sense of worthiness. So, how do we begin to let go of this lifelong habit of chasing perfection? We start by reframing our goal. Perfectionism is externally focused. What will they think? Excellence is internally focused. Being engaged, showing up, doing your best. Your best is not a static benchmark. On a day when you are well-rested and inspired, your best looks different than on a day when you are sick or grieving. Trust that your best is enough. Accept the fluctuation. Offer yourself grace and compassion on the hard days. Practice being present rather than perfect. When you get caught in future tripping or past regretting, gently return to this moment. What is one small step you can take right now? Instead of obsessing about the perfect outcome, focus on the single task in front of you. When you release the need for a perfect outcome, you free yourself to be creative, to innovate, to be fully engaged in the process of living. See life not as a performance to be judged, but as a masterpiece in progress, a canvas where every brushstroke, even the messy ones, adds to its beauty. Trust that your best, right here, right now, is always enough. Words have power. Find a quiet space. Take a few deep breaths. Let these words wash over you. Say them aloud or silently. Place a hand over your heart. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Slowly repeat these phrases. Allow yourself to feel the truth in them. I release my desire to be perfect. Breathe it in. I am already good enough to be loved and accepted. I am worthy just as I am. My imperfections make me beautiful. My best is enough. In the end, it comes down to this simple, profound truth. Nobody is perfect. Not one single person you admire or look up to is flawless. The most successful people make mistakes. The most loving parents lose their patience. The most put-together people have moments where they feel like they are falling apart. The myth of perfection is the loneliest story ever told because it convinces us that we are the only ones struggling. You were born worthy. Nothing you do or fail to do can ever change that. It is an invitation to lay down the heavy burden of perfectionism, the armor, the checklists, the relentless inner critic. You have permission to be tired. You have permission to be messy. You have permission to be gloriously, wonderfully, imperfectly human. You have permission to stop running the race that has no finish line and to simply stand still for a moment and breathe. Embrace your story, the twists and turns, triumphs and struggles. Be you. Be all of you. The world doesn't need a perfect you. It needs the real you. Be brave, be kind to yourself, and come as you are. You are enough. You have always been enough.